So today I'm going to share with you three tips that you should avoid as a young man who is still coming up, who is still building his life. You see these three things where I want to mention, so you should try as much as possible to avoid these three things, or else what will happen is that if you ignore these things and decide to live your life the way you want, some of the things you are going to experience is stagnancy. Yes, when I talk about stagnancy, you will feel like you're not moving forward. From year to year, you are at a particular stage. Or two, you are going to go back to where you come from. You are going to lose almost everything you have if you ignore this advice that I'm about to give you. So I will encourage you to pay attention. If possible, you can even get a pen and write them down. Post it on your room. Just plaster it on your wall where you'll be seeing it every day. Now, these three things I'm about to mention, these are things that you can easily avoid. Yes, the 1, 2, 3, you can easily avoid it. But you see the third one is very difficult to avoid as a young man. But I'm going to show you exactly how you can escape it. So if you are ready, let's get started. So the number one out of what you should avoid as a young man, you see, betting of any type, whether you are playing soccer betting, whether you are playing virtual, whether you are playing what, draft, anything that involves you putting money to win money. My brother, please, if you are starting out, don't take this thing serious. If you know you cannot control your feelings, if you know that you cannot control your emotion, if you are the type that once you start playing, you will not leave until you exhaust all the money you have, please don't start. This thing called betting is very, very addictive if you don't have self-control, because once you start and you win, you'll be tempted to what? Put in more money so that you can win. Abi? Good. And I can tell you that the moment you win one, win twice, and you want to win again, there are definitely times that you will lose. There are times that you begin to lose. And when you have lost all the money you have there, you can even go as far as selling your properties just to regain the money you lost. And in the process, you are losing more. That is one thing with this betting. It is very, very addictive. So even if you want to play it, make sure you can say, okay, you see this 500 naira, after I play this 500 naira, if I win, I will go away with it, or I will play again. But once I lose this 500 naira, I am not playing anymore. That is the discipline I mean. Even if you decide to play it, my own advice is avoid it. You get me? My advice is for you to avoid it, because that game is not designed for you to win. It is designed for you to lose. That's the number one. Then number two, you see, alcoholism. Alcohol, taking of alcohol of any type, whether it is hot, whether it is whiskey, whether it is beer, whether it is wine, anything that when you take it in is going to intoxicate you, make you feel high, make you feel like you can even push down the world, make you feel like you're on top of the world. Please, my brother, avoid it. I'm not saying you should not take alcohol, but take the ones your head can carry. And for those of you especially for those of you who are just starting out, please avoid excessive intake of alcohol. If you know you cannot control yourself, if you know you cannot control, or if you know your head is not strong enough to carry alcohol, please avoid it. Because for me, this is what alcohol does to me. Once I take alcohol and I'm high, you get me? If I'm alone, or if I'm not with people, the next thing that will come to my mind is to go and look for a woman that I will stay with. You get me? That's what happens to me. I don't know about others, but I know a lot of people. Some people, when they are high, they misbehave. They talk anyhow, even what they are not supposed to say. They say it. They can even give out their most expensive secrets. Most people, when they are alcohol, they lose control of their environment. You can lose your most valuable assets at that moment when you are high on alcohol. You can lose your phone, you can lose your office key, you can lose like your valuable assets. You can lose them when you are intoxicated with alcohol. So please, as a young man, I will encourage you and advise you to avoid excessive intake of alcohol as much as possible. That is number two. Then the third one is womanizing. Yes, womanizing. As a young man, don't let anybody deceive you that sex is fun. It's not fun, no. Yes, I know you have been waiting for this freedom so that you can grab your own woman and then do anyhow you want, lodge in any hotel you want, call, bring in any kind of girl you want into your house. You begin to tell yourself some of these fake lies that sex is fun, that you're just having fun. And at the same time, you can even tell yourself that you cannot sleep without a woman. In all those lies that you tell yourself, and because of that, you engage yourself into something that will take you down the drain. Please avoid womanizing, avoid going into serious relationship, especially when you are still building out. I'm not saying you shouldn't have a friend that is a female friend, but avoid going into intimate relationship that involves you having sex, like unprotected sex, when you are not ready for marriage, when you are still building yourself. Now, let me tell you one mentality about women. Women, more especially, let me not generalize, but a lot of women, they believe that as a man, before you approach them, you are already prepared, that you are already ready. You get me? They might rate you by how you look. They will look at you, oh, he dressed fine, he has a car, he has a house. Meanwhile, you are still building yourself, and they will assume you are okay. Once you toast them, they drop, they follow you immediately, without knowing that you are still at your building stage. And when they now come in, some of the things they will expect from you is to make sure that you take care of them financially. That's how I'm not the one that brought it. That's how they feel. They feel that once a man cannot take care of them financially, that man does not want having them. So now you have brought in this girl or this lady into your life. Her whole mindset is that you are going to provide for her. You are going to provide everything she needs financially. You're going to buy clothes for her, provide for her data for her. You're going to make sure that she doesn't lack. And when you are doing out all those things, especially when you are building, so you don't want something that when you are doing it, you don't need something that is weighing you, something that will be setting you back. So you can do that for a while until you are stable enough, until you are capable enough to take care of yourself and take care of the woman. You get me? Please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say as a young man that you should not have a female friend, but going intimate, okay? It has happened to a lot of people and they know where they are. So avoid going into serious relationship when you are still building yourself, so that you will not produce unwanted pregnancy. And you know how difficult it is to raise a child these days. Taking care of a pregnant woman, talk about once you don't come born the baby. You know what's in the involved now. Buying of pampers, buying of milk. At that one now between the age of 0 to 3 or 6 months or even 1 year. You do that for more than 1 year. You buy pampers for more than 1 year. And you know if you are not ready, okay, bugaka. After that, nursery school. From nursery school it's a lifelong responsibility, from nursery to primary, from primary to secondary to university. So child bearing or child rearing, taking care of a child, is a lifelong responsibility. And I know you don't want to bring in a child into this world to come and suffer. So be prepared while doing so. I know that this third one, which is womanizing or a woman, is going to be very difficult for you to avoid. I'm going to share with you tips on how you can avoid them, more especially now that women, or a lot of women these days, they walk around half naked, exposing their bodies. You open your phone to check something online, you see them everywhere, shaking bum, shaking their body, just exposing their nakedness just to attract men. How can you avoid them? Number one, if you come online and you know some of those sites, okay, that when you open them, they are going to be showing you all of those naked objects, you can avoid it. You can delete the site on your phone. Or let's say on Facebook, if you come to Facebook and you see one particular page, where we say that page, once it shows up, once you open your feed, you see that page, block the page, delete the page. Tell Facebook that you don't want to be seeing this page, so that they will stop showing them to you. If now your friends, block them so that they will stop seducing you and making you feel like you cannot do without them. And then two, if there are apps on your phone that makes you want to, that makes you want to, hey baby, where are you? Can you come over? Before you know, you don't send transport money. You see those apps, if they see there your phone, all those hookup app, please delete them. They are going to help you to avoid this number 3. Then the third one is, if you have friends that anytime they are around you, what they talk about is women. Or I don't knock this girl. I'm gonna see this girl wake up today, not being come last week. Now another one, those ones will come, they tell you about women all the time. They don't go fit tell you they don't go fit bring business opportunity come. Delete those kind, just avoid those kind of friends unnecessarily. Make sure say when I know they communicate every time, even if he want to talk to you about women, just try to use another topic to override them, or in short, you can avoid the person. Okay, so these are 3 few ways that you can avoid women in your life. And if you have any other way, you can drop it in the comment section so that others will learn. So these are the 3 main things you should avoid as a young man who is still building up, who is still building his life, more especially financially. I want to believe that you've learned something from this video. If there are other things you think that any young man that is building up his life, if there's any advice you want to give any young man, I want you to put it down in the comment section. And if you don't have, you can also drop your opinion. And finally, you should like this video, share it so that other young people will learn from this video. And before you leave, make sure you are following or subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my updates. Till I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.